What is an else if ladder here? A set of else if statements, we are going to tell it as a else if ladder, because after seeing the syntax itself you will get to know why it is a else if ladder we are calling.
Okay,
Okay, here I have
so
written the syntax here. So what is happening here? First, main method is going to be started. So this all we know. See here I have one if statement and then one else if statement. After that one more else if statement. After that else statement. Right? Why these many else if statements? Right? We will get to know. So sometimes we will be having multiple conditions. Okay, so I will tell which scenarios and all. Like for suppose in a class nearly 100 members are there. In that 100 students, 80 students A grade students, 10 B grade students, 5 C grade students, and 5 D grade students. Okay, how I'm finding this? How am I going to find this? Based on their marks. Based on their marks. Okay, if the marks is between some 80 to 100, let us consider that 80 to 100 is a grade. Okay, then I can consider that these people are A grade students. Correct. And if for suppose some people is having 50 to 80 or 50 to 79, right? So 80 is also we are considering it as A grade. 79 we are going to tell it as a B grade, and 35 is the pass marks. 35 to 50 we'll tell it as a C grade, and last is nothing but 35 below. If no if the person is not in this categorization, then definitely he will be in 35 below only, so then he must be failed. So based on their marks I'm going to consider his grade. Correct. So it means I have how many conditions here? Four condition. Is it possible to do it one if statement? No, I can only find A grade state students. Is it possible to do if else? No, I have multiple conditions. The student may be in between, he got the marks between 80 to 100. The student may got the marks between 50 to 79, or he may got between 35 to 50, or he may be failed also. I don't know. I'm having his marks. I'll take his marks and I'll give it to this application. So what it will do? It will check all the four conditions. So means I'll be having multiple conditions. If we want, we can add more conditions also. At the time we require this else if ladder. I hope you guys got a clarity why I have written these many if else statements here. Okay, so first what will happen here means main is going to start. Once main is started, so it will come if condition. So if the condition true, execute this statement, directly go to main ends. Okay, if this condition false, come to else block. So else is having one more if, so check the condition. So true means statement 2 and come to main ends. If this condition is also false, come here. Check the condition. Is the condition is true? If it is true, statement 3 main ends. If it is false, again check for next else statement. Yeah, else statement is there. But here, if is not there. If we want, we can add multiple if statements here. Okay, so statement for data is going to print. If all these three conditions fail, at last else block is there. This is going to be executed. Next, if this statement after executing, last main ends is going to be executed. Okay, hope you guys got a clarity on this. Let me show you the flow diagram so that you will get a complete clarity on this. If you observe here, main is going to be started. Once main started, I am going to have a one condition. Okay, directly I am writing the condition. I am not writing any other code. If the condition is true, true statement will execute. After that, go to the main ends directly. Okay, main method continuation is going to be happen. What if the condition is false? Here the condition become false means what we will do? we will write the false statements. So whatever the false statements is there, that false statement is going to be executed. Okay, but I have one more condition. So what I will do, in before executing this false statement, I'll check one condition. Okay, what I am doing, if the condition is false, generally false statement will execute. But what I am doing, instead of false statement, I have one more condition. Okay, I am checking that one more condition, and if that condition is true, true will execute, go to main continuation. Again, if false statement is happened, so false statement will execute. Again, one more condition. If false statement you don't want to execute, add one if statement so that it will continue like this. Okay, so see, it is like it became a ladder here. So that's why many of them they will call it as a else if ladder. If one statement is not correct, I want to check another condition, add one more if statement. If that is not correct, add another, add another, add another, like that. Multiple statements we are going to add here. That is what else if statement, else if ladder. Okay, let us do a small example program here. Okay, I have a class called grading system now. I'm going to start writing the code here. So what is this grading system application will do? It will tell which grade you are. Okay, based on the marks. So we need a marks. We will be having marks. Okay, but what is the marks here to? How much marks a person got? That will be suspense as of now. Later we will write. Okay, so I have conditions. What are the conditions here? If the student got marks between 80 to 100, he will become A grade. He will be having a grade. Right. So 80 to 100, how can we write? If the marks is greater than or equals to 80 and marks is less than or equals to 100. So we can say that he is having A grade marks. Okay, so what is system dot out dot println of A grade. Okay, so next what I'm doing next, I have one more. If this statement is wrong, what if the person having 75 marks, he will become a B grade, right? So I need to write. So else, can I write it directly here? Can I write directly here? System dot out dot println of B grade. Is it possible to write? Yes, we can write, but if we got 35 marks also, it will be B grade only. So I need to add one condition. If he has something 75 at the time, I'll be having one condition. So the condition for B grade. What is the condition here? If the person having 50 to 79, if the marks is having greater than or equals to 50 and marks is less than or equals to 79, what I can tell? I can tell the person is B grade. Else I have one more condition. What is that? If the marks is 35 to 50, that is 35 to 49, so then he will be C grade, right? So how can we write? Marks is greater than or equals to, let me add for our convenience like this. Okay, else if marks is greater than or equals to 35, if the marks is between 35 to 49, so then what I will tell? It's a C grade. System dot out dot println C grade. Else, again if I want, I can write the condition here. Else if marks is less than 35. So if marks is less than 35, what I will tell? I'll tell it as a failed here. system.out.println of failed directly. No degrades, directly failed. See, you can write the condition here less than 35, or you can simply remove else. Okay, if however, if it is not between 35 till 100, so then definitely he will be having below 35 only. Correct? Below 35 only. Okay, so that's why here if statement is optional here. Okay, the la statement. Okay, if you want, you can add it, guys. No problem. Okay, so now we have written the code. Now, based on the marks, this application will tell what is your grade here. Okay, so now let me add here as 19 marks. Okay, why 19? We will take it as 99. Okay, let me take the marks as 99 here. Okay, so he must get the A grade, right? Let us see he will get the A grade or not. Grading system. Okay, let me open the command prompt here. So Java C grading system dot Java. Is there any compile time? No compile time error. Then Java grading system. Right. See, the person is having A grade now. When started, taken the marks. It will check. Does marks is greater than or equals to 80? Yes, of course, the marks is greater than or equals to 80. Is it less than or equals to 100? Yeah, so it is between 80 to 100, so it is a 90 A grade. Okay, and you may ask, what if the marks is like 1000? Okay, of course, we are not going to upgrade the marks as 1000 and all, right? Okay, if you want, we can give condition for that also. Now I am getting the marks like something 70. 70 not, let me give it as a 40. So which grade we need to get? We need to get it as a C grade, right? Let me compile again because code change is done. Okay, so now if you observe here, we got C grade. What if I'm getting 14 marks? Compilation done, and then Java grading system failed because the marks is less than 35. It is not between 80 to 100. It is not between 50 to 79. It is not between 35 to 49. Then it will definitely be failed only. And the mark should not be greater than 100. If it is greater than 100, we need to make it as a improper input. So that if you want, you can make. Okay, in the starting itself, I'll be writing one condition here. If the marks is greater than 100, if anyone entering the marks as a greater than 100, what I will do here? Invalid marks. Okay, marks we should not enter, right? So if this statement is true, invalid marks, I don't need to check others and all. So I'll put if, else if. So if the statement execute, I don't want to check everything. So that's why I'm adding else. See, it is like a ladder. One by one by one by one by one by one by one, it is going to be executed. Okay. This is about if else if statement. Okay. Next we will discuss about nested if statement here.